Welcome back, witches and wanderers, to the Morbid Witch podcast, where dark history, myth, and madness meet. Each week we wander through the shadows of the unknown, from ancient spirits to the human monsters that walk among us. Tonight's story is real and deeply disturbing. It contains descriptions of violence against children and themes of mental illness. Listener discretion is strongly advised. If you or someone you know is struggling with postpartum depression or thoughts of self-harm, please reach out. Now, let's return to that rainy morning in Nagahama, to a mother's car that never reached the schoolyard. Zheng Yongshan, known in Japan as Mio Taniguchi, was born in China and later moved to Japan after marriage. She lived quietly with her husband and their young daughter in Nagahama. Neighbors described her as polite but distant. Cultural and language barriers kept her isolated. Her life revolved around her child. Over time, Zheng became obsessed with the idea that her daughter was being bullied at kindergarten. Teachers denied it. Parents saw nothing unusual. But Zheng's conviction deepened. She believed other children were hurting her little girl, while adults looked away. What began as worry turned to paranoia. By February 2006, that paranoia had curdled into rage. That morning, Zheng offered to drive two of her daughter's classmates, Wakana Takatomo and Jin Sano, both 5 years old, to school. Their parents trusted her. She often helped with the carpool. But somewhere along that short route, Zheng pulled the car over. She turned around, a kitchen knife in her hand. In seconds, the inside of that car became a scene of unimaginable violence. Wakana was stabbed 19 times, Jin 13. Both children died where they sat. Zheng's daughter witnessed everything. When police arrived, they found Zheng in a daze, still beside the vehicle, knife in hand. Her voice was flat when she said, "They bullied my child." Investigators would later determine there was no evidence, no reports, no complaints, nothing, to suggest any bullying had occurred. Zheng was taken into custody immediately. Detectives described her as emotionless, calm, and vacant. Psychiatric evaluations revealed depression and delusional thinking, but experts concluded she was legally sane. She understood right from wrong. The crime sent shockwaves through Japan. Violence against children is virtually unheard of there, and a mother as the perpetrator was unthinkable.
Oh my God! I can't believe it.
In court, Zheng's defense claimed she was driven by mental collapse and isolation. Prosecutors called it revenge for imagined grievances. The judge found Zheng guilty of murder in 2007, sentencing her to life imprisonment. Her claims of bullying were dismissed as unsubstantiated. Her daughter was placed under protection. Her husband withdrew from public life, and Nagahama was left to grapple with the question no one could answer. Why? Japan's legal system relies on professional judges rather than juries. Conviction rates exceed 99%. Mental illness nearly results in acquittal unless the defendant cannot comprehend their acts. Zheng's life sentence reflected Japan's belief that personal responsibility remains, even amid psychological distress. Her case sparked discussion about immigrant mothers, mental health resources, and social stigma in Japan. Those conversations quickly faded, but their echo remains. The kindergarten reopened weeks later, but its hallways felt hollow. Parents spoke in hushed tones about trust, about fear. Each spring, cherry blossoms fall over two tiny graves, Wakana Takatomo and Jin Sano. Petals scatter like tears across Nagahama's earth. Zheng Yongshan remains in prison, her story buried beneath layers of silence and sorrows. In every culture, darkness takes shape in many forms, sometimes as myth, sometimes as us. Tonight's story is a reminder that fear and grief can transform love into tragedy. If you or someone you know is struggling with mental health or postpartum depression, please reach out. The Morbid Witch podcast is written, produced, and narrated by me, Kari. Follow me on TikTok and YouTube for updates and bonus content. Until next time, stay strange, stay spooky, and remember, the shadows are always watching.